gotta go. You gotta come with me, Jerry.
Rick?
It's important, Jerry. The fate of the galaxy rests on your shoulders. Let's go. It's a Rick and Jerry adventure.
You start opening your eyes. You find yourself at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, God.
All the way up to the beginning of the whole dungeon. The Meeseeks, you see them crawling up the stairs going, I think I can get out of here.
Oh,
we just gotta get us out of the dungeon. As he's dragging you up the top of the dungeon stairs.
What's happening? Where are we going?
He's pulling you up the top of the stairs. You get to the very top out of the dungeon. The Meeseeks says, "Ooh, there you go." Poof. He disappears.
Oh my. Okay.
You find yourself at the top of this dungeon.
All right, I go down the staircase.
All right, you make it to the bottom. You see that this room is dark. It smells like a pet store in here. It's all wood chips and warm poo. A couple bats are flapping around in the corner. They look kind of harmless though.
I want to search the walls of the room and ceiling.
You see that this room is really dark and grungy. You can see that it's been traversed a couple times. You see a lot of bones and carcasses of the different sturges that you guys have defeated before, and it smells horrible in here. You see a couple silver pieces laying around in corners.
Oh, I want to approach the silver and pick them up.
You're able to see that these silver pieces, they're all covered in this poop.
Gross.
You got a terrible odor all around you, on your hands and on your clothes. You start wiping it off on your robe. With the bad smell, you now have a disadvantage on charisma.
Well, can I still pick them up and
you can.
Wipe them off?
You can't. You wipe them all down, and you find that you've got 35 pieces there.
I look like shit already. I smell like shit.
You can go ahead and change your clothes.
I don't want to be covered in shit, so can I change into those?
You lose your disadvantage, and you're starting to smell a little better, although you probably should find somewhere to wash off. Alright, you walk through that door, you see a broken table that's shattered all over the wall. The decaying carcasses of two goblins.
Is there anything I can get out of them?
You don't really see much on them, and they're pretty much decayed. You can tell that rats have been chewing at them. Their bones are exposed, and guts and sinews everywhere.
I just want to get back to the crew.
Jerry's starting to feel a little nervous, a little scared being by himself so far away. He walks into the next room and sees all the statues. There's 4 statues of Rick in awesome poses. And then there's a statue of a woman in the middle.
This room looks familiar. Have I been in here before?
Multiple times.
Right, okay. I was going to say, I'll investigate the middle of the statue.
You walk up to the statue of a woman. It's a beautiful statue. There's a plaque that's right there at the base of the statue. And it reads, "Don't worry, I'm not a real person turned to stone. I'm just a cool-looking statue. Put here to intrigue you." It's probably nothing. You also notice that there's a contraption in her butt.
What does it look like? Can I take it out?
You reach up to the butt and you undo the little hinge, and it flaps open. And you find a little scroll inside of there.
Oh my gosh. Alright, I want to read the scroll.
You read the scroll. There's a piece of paper. It's written in common. It says, "Quit wasting time. Just pick a door and go. Flip a coin if you have to. Just pick a direction. It's not rocket science. What are you going to do? Spend the whole night standing here with a statue? You need to pick a door and go. This is like the 3rd fucking room, and we don't have all day."
I'm just going to obey this scroll. This scroll just treated my life, and it's just a scroll. I'm just going to go through this door. And I already flipped the coin, so I know that this is the door I want to go through.
You walk through that door. You see the remnants of the magic mouth that had been in the room before. You remember the puzzle that you guys had to solve. You remember Meatface going over and putting a torch inside of the mouth.
Okay, I want to go through this room.
This is a big, old, circular room. You see 6 bedrolls on the floor. You see a bunch of dice and some parchments scattered around. And you see the carcasses of 4 goblins.
Jesus. I want to investigate their game setup.
You see that the papers have all kind of gotten blood all over them. And bone covering them, but you do see a really nice set of greenish yellow dice. They've got elvish symbols on them.
I know I'm able to read Elvish. Can I understand any of that?
You identify that the Elvish symbols are the numbers. It's a D20.
Do I observe any similarities between our adventure and their one?
The papers are all covered in blood and guts. You can't really see much of what they were done. Maybe a couple numbers here and
I
there.
can't just shake off the blood or anything.
You're able to clear one of the sheets off really well, and you're able to see the name on it is Jerry. Gerry.
Great. Alright, I think I'm done with this room. I'm gonna go through, I'll take it, the one that says Jerry with a G. The butt room, this is great.
Of course, it's the butt room. Pair of perfectly rounded stone mounds, cleft artfully straight down the middle, fills this room. It looks a lot like a big old butt from where you're standing. Something shiny glints near the ceiling, about 4 feet, from what can only be described as this huge butt.
Any traces of the gang being here?
You see the pikes left over from when Leanne and you guys had all climbed the butt to get to the door at the end of it. But you also hear the moans of zombies.
I want to get out of here.
So you're seeing here a portal. You see a door, so you could climb the butt and move on to the door to get out, or there is a portal.
I want to go through the portal, but I'm scared where it's gonna spit me out.
I wouldn't be afraid. You gotta be brave here.
All right, we're going through the portal. Let's do it.
You remember that Leanne had shown up through this portal before.
Oh, okay.
You walk through this portal and you show up in the buttless zombie room. You remember this room. It stinks like old hamburger meat in here. Before you can appreciate the delicate bouquet, you notice this plush ass chair that's sitting over there in the corner. It looks like it had been sat in a few times, and someone had dug through the bottom of it.
Anything else I see in this room?
You just see that this chair is pretty nice.
What a nice chair. All right, I think I'm done with this room.
You walk on, you see remains of a campfire in the center. Looking around the walls, you see dozens and dozens of stick figures of Rick just all over the walls, overlapping each other.
Oh my god. So many Ricks here. Am I able to pick out any, figures or, symbols at all? Are they arranged in a certain way?
It looked like at first it was a straight line, but then there just got to be too many, and they just started overlapping on each other.
Okay. Well, I'll walk through this door.
In this room, a square, well-lit chamber opens up before you. In the middle of the floor are 2 5-foot square stone tiles that look like doors to a pit. As soon as you walk in, the 2 tiles in the middle of the floor, they fall away, and an ominous digital countdown timer rises from the hole. At the same time, back near the door, a panel bearing a single button descends from the ceiling. Beneath the button, a terrified red block spells out the words, Rapture.
Oh my god.
The lights in the room are suddenly cut out, and an eerie glow illuminates brightly from the countdown timer, casting the room in an ominous red light. You see this timer at 60, and you see a button, and you see a podium.
So I press the button.
The doors were slammed shut.
Well, I want to press the button.
You press the button. All of a sudden, you hear the booming voice of Rick coming overhead.
Great.
You hear, tell me, who do I like the most? The countdown timer starts counting down from 60.
Oh. Well, oh shoot. Would it be himself? Is there a particular way to answer?
Yeah, you need to put something on that podium.
Oh.
You hear booming out 45 seconds as the timer continues to count down.
Is this rapture movable? Or is it just written
It's
there?
hanging from the wall, illuminating everything in a red glow. 30 seconds.
Well, I can't put it on the podium, is what you're saying?
You put anything on the podium. Whatever you want.
But
15 seconds.
I don't think you like anyone, so I'm not gonna put anything there.
5,
He doesn't
4,
like anyone.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, look at all of you. Stop being sheep to your pathetic instincts and think critically for once in your life. Think about it. It's none of you guys. You got it right.
Yeah, I got it right. Yeah, there you go.
All of the doors open up. The room lights up once again.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. I want to get through this door.
You see this hallway with 2 big gates inside of there, and a guard walking throughout a cage. Looks like he has the controls.
Sir, I gotta get through.
Sir, I have a name. You don't just have to come to me and say, sir.
Well, I don't know your name. What's your name?
Well, if all you're gonna say is well, then I'm not gonna talk to you.
Please.
Please what?
Pass.
Pass. Pass along.
Please.
Go ahead. The gates suddenly open up. They swing open.
Yes. Gotta get through.
Inside this room, you see a genius, hard at work. Sure, he's a stinky bugbear, but he's a goddamn genius. There's 2 pathetic snot-nosed goblins with him. You see multiple tables stacked with shit that your primitive primate brains couldn't even dream of comprehending. You remember that this is the bugbear with 2 butts. This is Tommy Twobutts.
Oh my gosh, okay.
He's hard at work over here.
Alright, so what's the progress since I was last here?
Oh! You've come back, I see. Should I call you Kier? Or should I call you Jerry?
Oh my gosh.
I can't even call you Jerry. I'll call you J-Dog. How does that sound? Because you did a great job figuring out those scrolls there before.
Heck yeah.
I wish I knew magics like that. Don't tell the other guys. I have to pretend that I'm super smart all the time. Most of it's online learning, and I don't know that much. All right, J-Dog.
All right, cool.
Are we cool, J-Dog?
I guess we're fine. Have you seen my friends?
They had the churn cannon. They said they needed you to finish it. I want you to know it's 1 shot for all the butts.
1 shot for all. Got it.
I'm rooting for you. If you need help, I'm always here.
I'm gonna get going then. Bye.
See you later. Remember, it's 1 shot for all the butts. You see the goblins repeating in unison. 1 shot for all the butts. 1 shot for all the butts.
Alright, I leave the room.
A long, empty table appears to be the star of some bizarre spectacle in this room. Bright lights shine down on it.
I approach it very slowly and carefully.
You've barely set foot in this room before you're blinded by a bright light. You're deafened by the sound of a raging river. Or wait.
Oh my god.
Is that applause?
What the heck?
Just visible past the table are rows and rows of creatures staring at it with eager anticipation. It takes your eyes a moment to adjust, but you soon find yourself squinting into a magic spotlight hanging over rows of enthusiastic monsters. Their faces are masks of delight and relief.
Yes, okay.
A hobgoblin walks out and beckons you to the table.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do it over here.
Welcome to the finest dungeon entertainment this side of the staircase that led you down into the dungeon. This is the Spawn Swordship Hour! Monsters love commercials, and this show is entirely that. Commercials.
Oh.
The crowd erupts into cheers. This sounds like a horrible premise for a show, to be honest, but monster life is probably pretty bleak.
Cool. Welcome all. Why am I on this side of the table?
She beckons you over to her.
Oh my God.
She yells out, "Are you ready?"
No.
She reaches into her bag, she pulls out an object and slams it on the table. The audience gasps. You look down. The silent audience anticipates the commercial with bated breath.
Ta-da!
What's it do? The monsters are yelling out in the audience. Tell us about it. Go ahead, try to sell them this item. Basically, Home Shopping Network.
Well, here we got a pair of finger-thick rubbery antenna.
Ooh!
Antenna swing from a rippled sheet of plastic.
I love plastic.
And get this, when you trace your finger on the plastic, a sigil glows bright. And get this. The material version of that, same sigil appears. And the foam it's made out of is flavorless too. There you go.
A couple of those guys were digging what you're saying, but you start to hear moans and some of the characters, boo, get them off the stage. They start pelting things at you. You feel a goblet ear and a bone, maybe some pellets, some orc snot is all getting thrown at you.
Oh,
boo, get them off.
Wait, but I just changed into these clothes, man. Come on. But you guys haven't heard how much it costs.
Boo! How much is it? A couple of them say, boo! Get him off the stage! More things are getting thrown at you.
You know what? Just meet me afterwards if you want to find out pricing.
Boo! Get him off the stage!
Oh
Well, that's it today! Thank you for joining us!
I want to leave.
She whispers, you better leave. They're going to be angry.
It's a dumb product anyways. Do not stand by it.
Boo! Boo! You're nothing but a Jerry. Boo!
True. Jerry with a J. Did I sell it to anyone? Do I get commission or like what's up?
No, you did not. As you walk into this hallway, you notice that the floor, the ceiling, the walls of this corridor adjacent to the room, they're all moist and glistening. It's very, very moist. You see a little stool right beside the door. You see a little stool. It's covered in this green ooze, stretching all over the ground as if it had been projectiled. And you see it smeared and going underneath this door.
I very cautiously open the door.
You walk over to this door and you step right in this pile of green ooze and you slip. You slip and you fall right on your ass. You start to get this green ooze all over you. And it smells putrid, it smells horrible. You're gonna get disadvantage at all charisma checks while you smell so bad.
Can I get through the door at least?
The door is stuck. This green ooze is all over it, and it seems to be stuck.
Let's see, I want to spectate the stool in the meantime.
You're gonna inspect that stool.
Yeah.
Someone had been sitting in that stool for quite a while. The stool is really sturdy. It's a really nice stool.
I take my quarterstaff and I swing it at the door. 2 hands.
You hear it crack as you strike it. You hear the splintering sound of wood. The door is blown apart. However, you see that your quarterstaff was also damaged.
What?
Looks like there's a big crack right down the middle of it.
No, my quarterstaff. All right, I proceed.
Behind the shattered wooden door, the room is covered in this green ooze everywhere. You see several dead cultists. You see your group, they look a little worn. There's this green slime all over the place. But you found the team. There's the guys.
Yay. Hi, guys.
Wow, talk about a whirly-dirly of an episode. I'm proud of Jerry for traversing the dungeon all on his own. But don't you dare tell him I said that. I wonder how he will react to the death of his son. Thanks for joining us in this special adventure. We look forward to seeing you in the next episode of the Lost Dungeon of Rickedness.